One Kiss is a tune that only uses 3 notes: C, D, and E. So in some ways it's easier than some other tunes you may have played. However, it has some tricky minor chords in the left hand and some very difficult rhythms in the right hand, including some very quick notes in the second bar. To play this one, put your hand, again with your thumb, on middle C, finger 2 on D, finger 3 on E. We don't use fingers 4 and 5 in this particular tune, but it's a good idea to get into the good habit of having a good hand position and having finger 4 on F and finger 5 on G. The melody sounds like this. The first bar is straightforward, and it's a good idea to practice it first. It has some quavers or running notes in the middle of the bar, which are played twice as quickly as the first note. At the beginning of the second bar, notice there's a beat rest. That squiggle looks like a dead seagull falling from the sky, is a 1 count or 1 beat rest. During that rest, the left hand will play the chord, the D minor chord that's written above the music when we add the left hand. When we're just doing the right hand, it's a good idea to leave a wee space there. The other difficulty in the second bar is the E and the D that you play first in that bar are semiquavers. They're very, very quick notes. So the counting in the second bar, if I were to count to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got to squeeze 3 notes into number 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Here it is again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the chord will change to D minor on beat 1, so your left hand is going to be busy on beat 1. Then the right hand has that rather tricky passage starting on beat 2. There's another rest at the beginning of bar 3, where the left hand will change to A minor, and then we have this with the right hand. And then at the very end of the piece we have the notes E, D and C repeated. The rhythm here is slightly tricky as well. You'll see that there's a funny italic number 3 underneath that little pattern. What that tells us is that 3 notes are squeezed into the amount of time when you would normally only play 2. If that sounds complicated, don't worry about it too much. Just play those notes slightly quicker. Overall then, we will have a tune that sounds like this. In the left hand, we have 3 chords, A minor, D minor, and F. The F is straightforward. Make sure you've turned the accompaniment on by pressing the Accomp on off button. Press the 4th note from bottom and we have an F chord. For the A minor chord, what you have to do is find the A, which is the 6th note from the bottom, but instead of playing it by itself, which would give us an A chord, what you have to do is press A and the black note to the left at the same time. So you need 2 fingers for this. You can hear how adding the black note changes the sound from being happy or bright to being a bit darker or a bit sad. That's A. That's A minor. D minor is played in exactly the same way. There's D, the 2nd note up from the bottom of the keyboard. Press the black note to the left at the same time, and we have D minor. So the 3 chords we need in the order that they appear in the song are A minor, D minor, and then when we get to the beginning of the last bar, a straightforward F chord. It's always a good idea to practice the chords by themselves, so just the left hand by itself. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to combine that with the rhythm, which we can get by pressing the start-stop button. Now, the keyboard will automatically give you a speed which is quite fast. I think it's a good idea for this song to press the tempo tap button, then press the minus over here, and reduce the tempo to perhaps about 90. So, if you practice the right hand slowly by itself, one bar at a time, then gradually put it all together, then practice slowly with the right hand, for example at the beginning. Change to D minor. Gradually increase the speed by playing it over and over again, and you'll end up with something like this. Let's just focus on the left hand so you can see where those chord changes happen in the music. I'm going to play the left hand by itself with the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Notice that when the beat is playing, you do not need to hold the chords down as you would otherwise. With the beat playing, the sound keeps going. Here's the whole tune again, but this time focusing on what the left hand is doing. Remember to start with the A minor chord, A and the black note to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4.